OK、ロイ先生、お願いします。Please join me in Gasho. Naman nobs, naman nobs, naman nobs, naman nobs, naman nobs, naman nobs. Welcome, everyone. Good morning to those on the West Coast, and hello to those joining from Eastern Canada or wherever you're joining from. So I'd like to welcome you all. It's hard to believe this is our Shotsuki monthly memorial service for December, the last memorial service for this month, or for this year, 2020. I'm sure all of you, including myself, are looking forward to doing away with maybe 2020 and moving on to 2021. But in the meantime, we are very fortunate to be able to gather like this today. And so I'd like to begin this monthly memorial service with a moment of silent meditation, followed by the recitation of the name of the Buddha, or the Nembutsu. You can all hear me okay, can you? Yes? Okay, okay, good. So we'll start with a silent meditation. Naman nobs, naman nobs, naman nobs, naman nobs, naman nobs, naman nobs. Next, we will have our reading, and we're going to be reading actually the three treasures. I'm just going to open that up now. I did send it out to you, so some of you probably have it. But if you don't, it should be on your screen. So we're going to read together the Bandhana Tisarana. Again, I've changed this around a little bit. I added an extra line on the three treasures to make it a little bit more, I think, in line with our modern times. Bandhana. Hard is it to be born into human life. Now we are living it. Difficult is it to hear the teachings of the Blessed One. Now we are hearing them. If we do not gain emancipation in the present life, we may not be free from sorrow in the ocean of births and deaths. Let us reverently take refuge in the three treasures. We go to the Buddha for guidance. We value the ideals to strive for a higher consciousness. We go to the Buddha for guidance. We value the ideals to strive for a higher consciousness. We go to the Dharma for guidance. We value the harmony of the oneness of life. We go to the Dharma for guidance. We value the harmony of the oneness of life. We go to the Sangha for guidance. We value the love and compassion of our family and friends. We go to the Sangha for guidance. We value the love and compassion of our family and friends. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. We'll continue on with the sutra chanting. We'll be starting with the Sambujo, and then we'll be chanting the Sambutsuge along with its English translation. However, during the Sambutsuge, I'm not going to be bringing it up on the screen, as instead I will bring up the names of members from the Stevson Temple who passed away during this month of December. It is our service in which we remember our loved ones who have passed away during this month. So we'll begin with the Sambujo. Namandabs, 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 namandabs. Namandabs, namandabs. Naman nobs, 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 naman nobs. Now we'll read the English translation of the Sambutsuge, and you'll see it on your screen there. If you have it in the text, you could read the text too. Sambutsuge, praises of the Buddha. Your face shines in great splendor, boundless wondrous dignity, such the greatness of your light, beyond all comparison. Brightness of the sun and moon and the shining money jewels, when compared to your brilliance, seem to us like blackest ink. Tathagata's countenance transcends all comparison. The great voice of awakening resounds throughout the 10 quarters. Your precepts, learning, effort, meditation, wisdom are virtues beyond all compare, ultimate, supreme, and rare. Your deep meditation has fathomed all the Dharma sea to the limits and the depths of all things the Buddhas teach. Ignorance, anger, and greed, the world-honored one has none. Like a lion among men, measureless your great virtues. Vast are your great virtuous deeds, your deep wisdom is profound. Your radiant luminous light shakes all the world's foundations. When I become a Buddha, equal to the Dharma King, I will transcend birth and death, liberating all beings. My giving, discipline, precepts, patience and effort, meditation and wisdom shall be supreme, unsurpassed. When I attain Buddhahood, everywhere fulfill my vow, bringing peace and tranquility to all beings in doubt and fear. Oops, sorry. Though there are myriad Buddhas beyond measures, beyond count, and great sages numberless like the grains of Ganges sand, I will honor each of them equally, accepting none. Even more importantly, I will seek the supreme way. Even though all Buddha worlds are countless as Ganges sands, even though all lands and realms are boundless without measure, yet my light shall reach them all and illumine every place. Such shall be my perfect work, such my power infinite. When I attain Buddhahood, my land will be first and best. Place of practice transcendent, its people sublime and rare. My land is like nirvana, beyond all comparison. In my sincere compassion, I will enlighten all beings. All who come from the 10 quarters to be born into my land will be pure, filled with gladness, peace, and great tranquility. O Buddhas of the 10 quarters, this my true revelation. In this way, I've made my vows, and I will strive to fulfill them. Buddhas of the 10 quarters, with your wisdom unimpeded, may I always call on you to reveal my intentions. Though my body undergoes so much pain and suffering, I will persevere and strive patiently without regret. Namandabs, namandabs, namandabs. So I wanted to share with you today, well, actually, let me just, okay. So I'd like to give my Dharma talk today. As you know, as I said at the beginning, today is our monthly memorial service of December, in which we remember our loved ones. Now, being December, there are a number of events that happen traditionally at our temple, and I will miss it this year. And not just at our temple, throughout Japan it happens as well. Of course, one of the things that we have usually is our year-end Bonenkai party, which we would have had next week. And I definitely will be missing that. But along with that, we normally do this mochitsuki, the pounding of the rice cakes. And when I think of that, I always think of very fondly of the Toronto temple, because there they would pound up to 500 pounds of mochi rice cake, and it would be quite a feat, actually. Their social hall ends up becoming a factory of mochi making. There's usually up to maybe 70 to 100 volunteers that come out, and they make all these packages of mochi rice cakes that they actually sell. And so that's one of their fundraisers. But I always fondly remember that. I'm sure they don't have it this year, which is another sad note. But the other event that happens here, and it happened in Toronto, and it's traditional in Japan, is on New Year's Eve, there's this the striking of the New Year's bell, or in Japanese we call it Joya no Kanetsuki. And in Toronto, they used to go down to the Ontario Place. It's a park in central Toronto where they have a very large temple bell. I know the Vancouver temple goes to UBC, or normally would go to UBC for their bell ringing. And of course here we have our small kansho bell outside, and on New Year's Eve here in Steveston, people come out to ring the kansho bell. And then also we provide what's known as the toshikoshi udon, or the noodles, it's a sign of longevity. And so those are all traditions that we would normally have. Of course, this year with the COVID-19, we're not having any of that. But when I think of this New Year's bell ringing, it reminds me of when I was studying in Japan to become a minister, and in particular, my first winter in Japan. And during that winter, my cousin, my mother's family, they have a temple right in the heart of Kyoto, and about maybe a 15-minute walk from their house, there's a very, very famous Shinto shrine, Yasaka Jinja. And on New Year's Eve, what happens is they close off one of it probably is the major artery of Kyoto. It's called Shijo Dori, Shijo Road, and people crowd in to go to this Yasaka Jinja and the Shinto shrine for what people are supposed to do is go on New Year's Eve or after the strike of midnight to welcome in the new year, basically. And so they go to the Shinto shrine to make their offering, and also they receive, you can actually purchase, it's a piece of rope, basically. And on the end of the rope is an ember. And they're supposed to take this rope and swing it as they go home, and you're supposed to light your fire for your kitchen or whatever using the ember from this rope, and that's how you begin the new year. But in any case, when they block off the Shijo Dori and people go to this Shinto shrine, and I remember during my first winter there, going with my cousin. Now my cousin, even though he lived only 15 minutes from the shrine, said that he had never gone on this New Year's Eve to the shrine. One reason is being a temple. I guess they did feel like they needed to participate in Shinto activities. But I think more it was because of the sheer crowds of people that gathered. So when I was there for my first year as a student, my cousin and his wife said they would take me. So we went, and I remember as we approached this Shijo Road, the sea of humanity. It is literally jam-packed with people. And you could only, basically what it is we came off one of the side streets onto this major street as we started proceeding towards this Shinto shrine, which is at the end of this very large street. And as we came off the side street onto the main street, you basically were in a wave of humanity, people, and you could only move one direction. Basically, everybody just sort of pushed forward, and you just go through. But in this COVID situation that we're in, when I think of that, I mean, we were packed tighter than sardines, and that kind of crowd, I guess, is something that I think of very fondly now, now that we're in this pandemic world that we're in. But anyways, I digress quite a bit there. But all these events we do these events with hopes for humanity, with hope for the new year. And as I was thinking of this, yesterday, the Fraser Valley Buddhist Temple held an online Bodhi Day service, and I was asked to give a Dharma talk then. And I read a passage, and I'm going to read it here again, and see if you understand or see if you recognize this passage. And it goes like this: the virtues of Amida's vow is shared equally by all, together attaining awakened mind, or together attaining Bodhi mind, we are born in the land of peace. Okay, I'll read it one more time. The virtues of Amida's vow is shared equally by all. Together attaining Bodhi mind, we are born in the land of peace. This is actually a very, very famous passage. We actually read it every day. In fact, we chanted it just earlier when we chanted the Sambutsuge. It is the last, at the end of all our chantings, we say Namo Amida Butsu 6 times, and then we say Gan Nishi Kudoku, Byodo Sei Issai, Do Hotsu Bodai Shin, Ojo Anrak Koku. Okay, that, even though our chants may differ, we usually end up closing our chants with this passage. All right? And this is the translation of that. And that passage is actually known as Ekoku, or Ekoku in Japanese or in English, a verse of transference of merit. Verse of transference of merit. Okay. This actually, this 4-line phrase, it actually comes from a little longer chant that was written by the Chinese monk Shantao, or Zendo Daishi. He was one of the 7 patriarchs of Jodo Shinshu. And it is actually, the whole chant is an adoration to Amida Buddha. Okay? Zendo Daishi, or Shantao, is making this chant of adoration towards Amida Buddha. And at the end of that chant, he brings out this 4 verse. The virtues of Amida's vow is shared equally by all. Together attaining Bodhi mind, we are born in the land of peace. When I look at this, I realize that right from the time of the historical Buddha and over through the many centuries that have gone by from that Buddha to the present, there have been countless chants made in adoration to the Buddha. The Sambutsuge that we chanted this morning is one of those chants of adoration. That was written, of course, or was said by the historical Buddha, so that was 2,500 years ago. Shantao's chant would have been in China, so early, like 1000 AD, right? And of course, Shinan Shoni's writings, the Shoshinge that we chant periodically, of course, that's also a verse of adoration. A more modern day, we have verses such as Gasho to Amida or the Golden Chain. These are all verses or chants of adoration towards the Buddha or to the compassion, the working of Amida Buddha. And when we gather here for our Shotsuki monthly memorial services, for any services in that matter, we are paying homage not only to our ancestors, but also that through our ancestors, they're giving us another opportunity to encounter the Dharma, the reality which is beyond our everyday life. It is the reality that says there is a oneness of life. There's a oneness throughout the universe. And as we gather here for this service, we are made aware by coming in contact with this truth. We are moved, we are inspired, and we are made to move forward. And I wanted to share with you a poem by the Buddhist poet Mitsuo Aida. And I've shared his poems before. The one I shared most recently was So and So. Remember, because so and so is going, I don't think I'll go. Because so and so is going, I think I will go. So and so, so and so. Which so and so are you? So this is another poem by this same poet, Mitsuo Aida was his name. And he's a Buddhist poet. And I'll read the Japanese and then read it in English afterwards. 出会い、そして感動。人間を動かし、人間を変えていくものは難しい理論や理屈じゃないんだな。感動が人間を動かし、出会いが人間を変えていくんだな。相田光雄。So I took the liberty of translating it, and it comes as such. Encountering and to be in awe. People are not moved nor changed by difficult reasoning or rationalization. People are moved when they are inspired. Encountering inspiration is what causes the change. Okay? People are not moved nor changed by difficult reasoning or rationalization. People are moved when they are inspired. Encountering inspiration is what causes the change. Mitsuo Aida. I will send this out to you if you want afterwards for you to have. When we join in our services, this is what it is. We are encountering the awe of life. We are encountering the oneness of life. We are encountering the Buddha Dharma. Through the wonders of life or through the wonders of the universe, we are also encountering today our loved ones who have passed on before us. It is a time for us to remember them and to realize our oneness with them. And so out of gratitude and as a way of aspiring for more, we listen to the Dharma, we recite the name, and we put our hands together in Gasho out of gratitude. And so at this time again, if I can ask you, please join me in Gasho. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. If I don't see you, I'll probably see you next week. We have our Bodhi Day service next week. So I hope that you will join us for our Bodhi Day service. But again, thank you all for joining us for our Shotsuki monthly memorial service. And if you want to unmute yourself now, you may do so. And I will change it to a gallery view. So thank you everyone for joining.
Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend.
Thank you very much.
And again, for those of you
Everybody,
who
thank you, Grant.
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Sensei.
Yeah, you're welcome. So, as I mentioned last week, if you are interested, we are starting a lecture series using this book, The Heart of the Buddha's Teaching. The Heart of the Buddha's Teaching by Thich Nhat Hanh. Okay, and we're going to be starting this on December the 15th. December 15th. And for the first part, if I can ask people to, I don't want to go too quickly, so I've asked for those who are interested to read up to the end of, I guess, is it chapter 6 of part 1? Stopping, Calming, Resting, Healing is the title of that chapter. So some people are getting it, you can get it as an ebook, I guess, online. So the page numbers might
The
not
heart of the Buddha's teaching.
the heart of the
The
Buddhist.
heart of the Buddha's
And
teaching.
if you're interested in joining that, again, a number of you have already contacted me, but please email me and I will, I'm putting together a list of names and I'll send out one mass email to invite those that are joining. So again, thank you for joining today and
Sensei.
we'll see you.
Thank you.
Thank
very
you.
much, Sensei.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Everyone.
先生、どこの何ページまでですか、読むの。
ですね、これは、本からすると、27までですね。
あ、そうですか。
Page 27, up to page 27. And if everybody finds it too simple, we'll increase the number of pages, but I don't want to, there was a lot said in the words of Thich Nhat Hanh, so I prefer to go slowly as opposed to rushing through things. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Jenny.
Hi, Dad.
Jenny, she's out now. Everything's okay.
Is she okay?
Yeah.
I didn't know yet. She's
Yeah,
good?
We just heard. We just, yeah.
Okay. Okay, good.
Bye, everyone.
Did you tell Auntie Misai?
No. We'll talk to her by
Soon.
text, by
Okay.
email. Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Everyone.